Significant figures. Today I am gonna tell you about the significant figures. We often learn it in our studies that round off to the nearest two significant figures, three significant figures, or in O-level exams or in IGCSE, we need to give the answer in three significant figures. So all the answers should be in three significant figures except the degree, which we need to write to one decimal place, and there are some other rules there. So significant figures are the number of digits in a value, often a measurement that contributes to the degree of accuracy of the value. Significant figures tell us about the accuracy of a number, and we start counting significant figures at the first non-zero digit. Means the zero in the beginning is not significant. So if you see this diagram here, this first zero, obviously before decimal, if you write zero or not, it doesn't make any difference. Usually we write the zero, so this decimal is obvious. Otherwise, if you don't write it, it doesn't make any difference. So starting from here, you can see that this is not significant, any zero at the start. From the beginning, the zero is not significant. Now first significant figure is my 5, second significant is this 6, and the third significant figure is this 0. Now we have 4 basic rules to understand the significant figures, which I will be covering one by one. 0 in the beginning is not significant, as you can see in this diagram. So let me give you a few examples. 0.005, I'll write it as one significant figure, because in this first 0, 2 zeros are non-significant. So when a number is written like this, we say it's written as one significant figure. And if I write, I will start counting significant figure from this 8. I will ignore the 0, so 1, 2, 3. So these are 3 significant figures. Now rule number 2. All non-zero numbers are significant. Let me give you an example. So we have a number 2, 3, 4, 5. So since all non-zero numbers are significant, so I'll count it as 4 significant figure. S dot F means significant figures. And if we have any other number, 35, then it's 3 and 5, so 2 significant figures. Now rule number 3. 0 in the middle is significant. It means that if 0 is used in the middle, we will count it as significant figure. Let me give you an example. Now the digit number is 4085. So in 4085, 0 is in the middle, so we will count it as 4 significant figure. Another example, 2008. Now since it has so many zeros, 3 zeros, but we will consider it because it is in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 significant figures. Now rule number 4. 0 in the end may or may not be significant. Now this is quite interesting and quite confusing also, that how could it be that it is significant also and it is not significant also. So actually it depends on the condition. For example, if my answer is 250 and someone asked me to give your answer to 2 significant figures. So here when I will read these digits 2, 5 and 0, though these are 3 digits, but I will only count it as 2 significant figure, like 2 and 5 are my 2 significant figure. Although I got 250, but I will count it as 2 significant figure. In this case, I am not considering this 0, which is in the end, as significant figure. Now if I have another solution, 450.0. For example, this is my answer, and they asked me to give your answer to 4 significant figure. So I will say that this is 4 significant figures. 1 significant, 2 significant, 3 significant, and this is 4 significant. So in this case, I will count this 0 as significant. So if 0 is used in the end and we want to consider it, then we consider it according to the situation where we are required, we are asked to answer it. Like here they are asking us give the answer to 4 significant figures, so I will consider this as 4 significant figure. But since they are asking 2 significant figure, but I have 3 numbers, obviously I cannot make it 25. I cannot round off 250 as 25. It will be wrong. So here it is 2 significant figure. Now I'll give you few examples of how to round off to a particular number of significant figure. Now the question is 856801. This is a number and they are asking us to round off to 5 significant figure, 3 significant figure and 2 significant figure. So now I'll teach you how to round off to a particular number of significant figure. So let's start with part 1. So first I'll write the number. Now first part is 5 significant figures. So I'll read the numbers. This is my first significant, second, third, fourth and fifth. On the 5th significant figure I'll stay. I'm making a green dot just to get your focus that here I'm staying. So now I'll see the next digit. If the next digit is 5 or greater, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it is 5 or greater, then you need to add 1 plus 1 where we stayed, where we are rounding off. And if it is less than 5, then you need not to add anything and the rest of the numbers will be 0. So here you can see that it's 85680. Here I am staying. The next number is 1. So obviously it's less than 5, so I am not going to add anything here. It will remain 0. And the remaining all the numbers will be 0, which is 1 is the only number here, so it will also be 0. So my rounding off will be 8568. 0 and this one will also become 0. So this is I rounded off to 5 significant figure. Now if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6 numbers and there are 2 zeros in the end, but I am only considering this first 0 as significant and the second 0 as non-significant. So this is one more example of what I told you that may or may not be significant, the last rule. Now one important thing here I want to tell that sometimes a student, when they are rounding off a number like this 856801, they are asked to round off to 5 significant figures. So what they do, they stay here, see the next number, it is 1. So what they write 85680. They don't write this 1 as 0 and then they got the wrong answer. So make sure do not do this type of mistakes. If we have a whole number in the end, you need to write it. You need to write the 0 to replace it. Now we'll write the second. I am writing the question again to round it off to the 3 significant figures. So 8 is my first significant figure, 5 is my second and 6 is my third significant figure. So I will stay on this third significant figure and see the next numbers. Next number is 8 greater than 5. So I will add 1 to it. So it will become 857. And we have 3 numbers after this number. You can see 8013 numbers are there. So these all will become 0. So 0, 0, 0. So this is my answer. Now the last part, I am writing the question again 856801. And now I need to round it off to 2 significant figure. 8 is my first significant and 5 is my second significant figure. So I will stay here. I will see the next digit. Again it's 6. The next digit is 6 is greater than 5. You need not to see all the other digits, only immediately after where you are rounding off. You can only see that digit. So it's 6 greater than 5, so I'll add 1 here. Plus 1 here, so it will become 86 and the remaining number will become 0, 0. I'll give you one more example. So now we have a number 204.507. We need to round off to 4 significant figure and 2 significant figure. So first part A, 4 significant figures. So I will just copy the question. I want to round off to 4 significant figure in part A. So this is my first significant figure. This is my second significant figure, third and fourth. So I will stay on 5. I will see the next digit. Since it's 0 less than 5, so I will not add anything to it and it will stay as it is. So 204.5. So this is my rounded up answer to 4 significant figure. Now part B, 2 significant figures. So I am copying the question again. Now again I will count it and stay on second significant figure. So this is 2 is first significant, 0 is second. So I am staying here, and since next number is 4 and this is less than 5, so I need not to add anything. So it will become 2 0 and this 4 will also become 0 and the rest of the number will also become 0. Now one thing is very important here. After decimal, 0 does not have value if it is written without any number. So if you write the answer as 200 or 200.000, it is same thing, but I recommend to write the answer as 200. So this is how you write the answer. And remember one thing, that most of the answer in O level, Edexcel, IGCSE, you need to write 2-3 significant figures. But there is a particular case, like when you are giving the angle you need to round off to 1 decimal place, and currency in dollars or in any other unit you need to write to 2 decimal places. So all answer in 3 significant figures, currency in 2 decimal place, and angle in 1 decimal place. I hope you have clearly understood. How to round off to a particular number of significant figures and what are significant figures and why it isn't. If this video is helpful for you, do like it, subscribe my channel, as I have so many mathematical videos and other informative videos, and do share with your friends and family. Take care. Allah Hafiz.